Hey, what's up and welcome back to my channel. Now today I'm going to be giving a review for the movie Crawl. Now this is a horror film directed by, I think Alejandro, I think that's how you pronounce it, but it was produced by Sam Raimi too as well. Now the film is about a father and daughter who are trapped in a house during a Category 5 hurricane. Now this is supposedly in Florida, and some of this was actually filmed where I live at, like in Tampa Bay, and in some of the areas, it does look kind of familiar and so on. But I must admit though, surprisingly, I did enjoy this film. It was like very intense. I like the look and like the feel of the film. It's like very atmospheric and stylish. And I know it was kind of like when it's like raining and storming and stuff like that. Where I live at, I really am kind of familiar with that kind of like scenery. At times it can really be like that. So I thought the film itself, it just looked like beautiful for us, the way that they actually filmed like the hurricane has like floods and stuff like that, and it's constantly raining, the wind and the trees and stuff blowing. You really feel like you're in this particular area, and you're in danger too, as well. Now the film stars I think her name is Kaya Scodelario. I think that's how I pronounce it. I'm sorry if it's not, I butchered her name. Now she plays the, I guess you could say the protagonist known as Haley Keller, and she's also the daughter of another protagonist, the supporting protagonist, who is known as Dave Keller, and he's played by Barry Pepper. Now, they both are the stars of the film. Now, the film does give us an introduction into the character of Haley. You can see that she's like an excellent swimmer. She competes I think tournaments and so on. But I think she does still have trouble winning, But you can see that she does have a skill at swimming pretty good, But it turns out she gets a call from I think her I think it's like a sister or something like that, who tells her that her father, they were trying to get in touch with her father and he's not answering his phone, So they believe that something is wrong, or Haley believes something is wrong. So she decides to travel to where her father is located, and it turns out that he was injured. He got into a situation with I think an alligator, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And then at the same time, while this hurricane is going on, she has to actually have to help him and herself. They have to survive being attacked, and stalked and terrorized by these alligators, Now it is an interesting concept, and it is scary too as well, And the alligators in this film, they are very relentless and terrifying, There was moments, you didn't know if this particular character, if they was going to survive or something. But I'm not going to really get into all it because it's kind of spoiler territory, But the film itself, like I said, was pretty entertaining. I thought it had some pacing issues too as well. But the actual look of the film, when it's constantly raining, in the hurricanes and stuff like that, I thought it was superb. That stuff was awesome, the way they had filmed that. I thought that was pretty cool. Plus, like I said, the alligators themselves, they are very relentless. Because a lot of people get killed in the film, and the way they are killed, they're ripped apart, and so it's very violent and gory too. So you have to be kind of careful, But it was moments where the house itself, it actually got more and more flooded with water on it. That moments like that, I thought was very intense and interesting too as well. I think it's some kind of meaning behind what was going on with the film itself, But overall, it was pretty good. And at the same time, you have the usual thing this, there's a bad history between the characters of Haley and father and daughter, between Haley and Dave. There's actually some kind of conflict between them. They were no longer close to each other. Because I think, if I'm going to all this kind of spoiled, but I think he wasn't going to her swimming competitions or tournaments or something like that. So that's why she kind of has a hatred for being with him, So they're not really close anymore. But once this event happened with this hurricane coming and alligators trying to attack them, that's when they got to throw all that to the side, the differences, and come together, as a father and daughter. But overall, this was a pretty entertaining film. Like I said, I feel like it has some pacing issues, but actually, look, when it's raining and a hurricane and storm, that's awesome. This film does need to be really seen on a big screen, for my opinion, to actually get the full experience of it. It feels like you're really in a hurricane, And the alligators, like I said, they are relentless and even scary too. They can come out of nowhere and just attack, But yeah, in Crawl, like I said, I did enjoy this. I would definitely recommend it for horror films or horror fans or disaster type film fans. If you're fans of those kind of films, because being that the hurricane is a major part for me. How these alligators too as well, coming on into the houses and stuff, because it floods and stuff like that. I would definitely recommend it for people who are fans of disaster type films. So I'm giving Crawl, I'm giving it some B-. I would definitely recommend this. Pretty good film, like I said, the look of it is just awesome and superb, it really feels like you're in a hurricane, Please leave a comment and subscribe too as well.